Paula here, and welcome back to my channel, The Flavorful Home. I have another recipe in the Italian classics. Dare I say it is the cornerstone of all Italian cookie platters. It is a staple in every Italian bakery case that you find in Brooklyn. It is the sesame seed cookie. I love the sesame seed cookie. It's not a sweet cookie. It has a very crunchy type of exterior. It's excellent for dunking, which is my absolute favorite way to eat it. And it's relatively easy. The tedious part is the rolling in the seeds. Don't let that intimidate you. This recipe makes a ton of cookies. I'm going to be halving it because I don't need that many cookies, but you will have a wonderful addition to your cookie platter with these. We'll gather our ingredients and we'll get started. In the next clip though, I'm going to show you how I toast my sesame seeds. I keep raw sesame seeds in my freezer, but I keep a bag of toasted sesame seeds in my pantry because I use it not just for the sesame seed cookies, but for my breads and my rolls. So it's always good to have some pre-toasted sesame seeds. Check out the next clip and then we'll get started on our cookies. So I always keep toasted sesame seeds in my cabinet because I use it on breads and buns, and for its most important usage, sesame seed cookies, which I will be making and sharing the recipe for you guys very soon. But you want to just keep your flame medium high, but the most important thing is to turn the seeds as they toast so you don't get burning. And once they start to brown, you'll see it goes pretty quick. I bought a giant bag that I keep in the freezer because it was actually cheaper than buying the small spice bottle or bags. See, there you go. And it's also starting to smoke. And you'll hear it crackle. I'm just going to get a spoon to kind of wipe. And you want to get them a nice toasty brown. Even if some of them get almost black, that's okay too. It just has such a nice flavor when it's toasted. I'll keep going and I'll bring you back when they're almost ready. When it's done, I take it off the flame and I keep tossing it in the hot pan because it'll continue to brown. Looks beautiful. Then I just place it in a container to let it finish cooling. and then I put it in the bag and keep it in my pantry. And I have plenty of sesame seeds for my baguettes, rolls, cookies, all ready to go. Okay, friends, so the recipe is a cup of Crisco, a cup of sugar, which is in here because you're going to cream the Crisco and the sugar together. 4½ cups of all-purpose flour, 3½ teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 4 large eggs, milk, and your toasted sesame seeds. No measurement on the milk because basically that is for rolling the cookies in and then rolling them into the sesame seeds. As I said, I halved my recipe, so it looks like a little less than the amounts I gave you. And no, salt was not forgotten. There is no salt in this recipe. Don't be tempted to add it. Ask me how I know that. So, first things first, we are going to cream the sugar and the Crisco. A lot of times butter is the first thought, but Crisco keeps cookies from spreading too much. And so that's why this recipe calls for Crisco. You don't want your cookies to spread. You see that? It comes together. And you want it somewhat light and fluffy. I'll scrape it down. Kind of working backwards here from the other side. But I'll give it one more hit. And while that's creaming, I'm actually going to break my eggs into my measuring cup and pour them in. The recipe says to add the eggs one at a time. Have vanilla. I like to shut it off when I add the vanilla. I have vanilla brewing in my basement. I have a bourbon and a regular with vodka. And I'm hoping that by Christmas it'll be ready to go. I started it, I want to say June. This is almost done. Let me give it one more scrape and then I will mix it. And then your flour, which I already mixed the baking powder in, you add a little at a time. Little bit and then mix. I put it on low because I don't like a flour explosion. It's on the small side, but I'm going to use my quarter cup to just keep adding the flour. Usually my daughter and my granddaughter help me because I'll make these at the holidays and they'll help me form them and roll them in the sesame seeds. So my kids are big helps to me when it comes to the baking season. To now take it down and I'm going to kind of use my hands to get it to come together the rest of the way. We'll be back in a minute. Okie dokie, so we have our assembly line. We have the cookie dough that has come together nicely. You have your milk, your toasted sesame seeds. Look how beautifully toasted they are. Here is the cookie sheet that you're going to put them on. Your oven is at 350. I keep a little bowl of water because anyone who's been watching me knows I'm a little bit of a schizoso and I get agitated when there's caca on my hands. So I have to rinse them off every so often. I know it goes without saying that your hands should be clean already when doing this. So you break off about a walnut-size piece, and for lack of a better word, I guess you're making kind of a footballish type of a shape. It's, or a fat finger. I don't know how you'd really describe it. But like that, and please don't go crazy worrying about perfection. You roll it in your milk, and you roll it in your sesame seeds. I don't go all the way to the bottom, because I don't want to waste my sesame seeds. And then we grab another thing of dough. Make it into your football-y finger. roll it into your sesame seeds and place it onto your tray. I'm going to do one more, and then we'll come back when it's done, because I have to be honest with you, it is kind of boring. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me make all of them. My last couple of videos have been crafty videos. As the holidays start to approach, I start making Halloween crafts, and I make my own Christmas cards, I make my Thanksgiving Day cards, so I start getting my crafty groove on, because I just love handmade gifts. Okay, this will be the last one. That one might be a little bit too big. See that? And again, it's not perfect. You're not looking for perfection. You're looking for a yummy cookie to dip in your coffee. And that's exactly what I do. Alrighty, friends, I'll finish these up. Let me turn this so you can see them on there. And when it's done and we're ready to put it in the oven, I'll bring you back. Okie dokie. So we got 22 cookies, and that's a perfect amount. 40 cookies is just too many. We can't eat that many. So this is a perfect amount, and they bake for 15 minutes or until they're golden brown. You want them nice and toasty. You don't want a blonde cookie. You want a nicely browned, obviously not burnt, a nicely browned cookie. I use convection. So convection is a heck of a lot faster than conventional cooking. So at about 8 to 9 minutes, I'll start checking them. I'll rotate the cookie sheets so that I get a nice browned cookie. So this is how they are. They're spaced fine. They're not going to spread all that much. I'm going to get them in the oven, and we're going to come back and see them finished. Be back in a few. They have come out of the oven. They look beautiful. Hubby already ate one, and he said, delicious. Here we go. So good. The outside has the nice crunch. The inside just a tad soft, perfect. And the toasted sesames lend such a wonderful flavor to these cookies. I hope you try them. I'll put the recipe in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider it. Now that the holidays are starting to approach, I'm going to be doing more crafty videos. Thank you for watching. Remember, choose joy, friends.